Next question is, which approach should a developer take to automatically add a maintenance plan to each opportunity that includes an annual subscription when an opportunity is closed? Option A, build a opportunity line item trigger that adds a price book entry record. Option B, build an opportunity line item trigger to add an opportunity line item record. Option C, build an opportunity trigger that adds a price book entry record. Option D, build an opportunity trigger that adds an opportunity line item record. The correct answer is option D. Our next question is, which two statements are true about using the at the rate test is setup annotation in an Apex test class? Choose two. Option A, the at the rate test setup annotation cannot be used when the at the rate is test see all data equals to true annotation is used. Option B, test data is inserted once for all test methods in a class. Option C, records created in the at the rate test setup method cannot be updates in individual test methods. Option D, the at the rate test setup method is automatically executed before each test method in the test class is executed. The correct answer is options A and D. Next question is, what is the requirement for a class to be used as a custom Visualforce controller? Option A, any top level Apex class that has a constructor that returns a page reference. Option B, any top level Apex class that extends a page reference. Option C, any top level Apex class that has a default no argument constructor. Option D, any top level Apex class that implements the controller interface. Correct answer is option D. Our next question is, a Visualforce page is required for displaying and editing case records that includes both standard and custom functionality defined in an Apex class called myControllerExtension. The Visualforce page should include which Apex page attributes to correctly implement controller functionality. Option A, controller equals to case and extensions equal to myController extension. Option B, extensions equal to myController extension. Option C, controller equals to myController extension. And option D, standard controller equal to case and extensions equal to myController extension. The correct answer is option D. The next question is, a newly hired developer discovers that there are multiple triggers on the case object. What should the developer consider when working with triggers? Option A, developers must dictate the order of trigger execution. Option B, trigger execution order is based on creation date and time. Option C, unit tests must specify the trigger being tested. Option D, trigger execution order is not guaranteed for the same S object. The correct answer is option D. The next question is, how should a developer prevent a recursive trigger? Option A, use a one trigger per object pattern. Option B, use a static Boolean variable. Option C, use a trigger handler. Option D, use a private Boolean variable. Correct answer is option B. Our next question is, which three options can be accomplished with formula fields? Choose three. Option A, generate a link using the hyperlink function to a specific record. Option B, display the previous value for a field using the prior value function. Option C, determine if a date time field value has passed using the now function. Option D, return and display a field value from another object using the VLOOKUP function. Option E, determine which of three different images to display using the if function. Correct answer is options A, C and E.